Chapter 19, When Kali Comes for You. Once the retreat had ended, I felt a tentative peace with the Kundalini energy coursing through me. Eva had worked her magic, stabilizing the wild currents for the time being, and the refreshing emerald energies of Ireland still pulsed gently through my system. Chris and I decided to visit a few holy sites across the Irish countryside before making our way to Crete, a pilgrimage of sorts to ease the transition back into ordinary reality. When we arrived at the Greek Isle, the Mediterranean embraced us with its own brand of magic. We explored the pristine beaches of Kissamos, where turquoise waters lapped against shores that had witnessed the rise and fall of the Minoan civilization. The island's ancient, quiet energy was the perfect cap-off to a silent retreat. From the labyrinthine ruins of Knossos to the windswept monasteries perched on cliff tops like eagles' nests. Every sunrise painted the sea in shades of liquid gold, and every sunset set the mountains gently ablaze with amber light. We were practically high on our own supply with the silence and beauty, and I never wanted to leave. A perfect post-retreat paradise. We would stop to meditate at hidden chapels tucked in the olive groves, their Greek-styled whitewashed walls gleaming in the afternoon sun. It felt like the island was gently holding us, allowing us to integrate all that had shifted during the retreat. But then, as we were driving through the Cretan countryside one afternoon, I felt it. A familiar stirring. That damn electric energy was now moving in circular patterns in my head. It was building again, stronger this time, and I could sense something significant approaching. Chris, we need to pull over at the next town, I said, trying to keep my voice steady as the sensations intensified. The next town we came to was named Kali. You know, the same Kali who is the Hindu goddess of destruction and transformation, the divine feminine force who tears away illusion and ego with her terrible love, the one depicted with dark blue skin and wild hair, her multiple arms wielding bloodied swords and severed heads, and her long snake-like tongue extending out of her mouth like she was a member of Kiss. Yeah, that Kali. That marked the first major synchronicity of a long list of them that were to follow. And as we pulled in, I could practically hear Kali laughing from whatever interdimensional realm she calls home. Ah, you thought Ireland was intense? Hold my severed head and watch this. Disoriented, I decided to head to one of the many tiny chapels scattered across the Greek islands. Simple stone buildings left unlocked for anyone seeking a moment of prayer or reflection. As soon as we stepped inside, it burst forth. A crushing pressure descending on my third eye like a hot, invisible hand squeezing my brain. The sensation was so intense, so overwhelming, that I couldn't contain it anymore. For the first time in my life, I broke down completely in front of a friend. The sobs came from somewhere deeper than my lungs, deeper than my heart. They seemed to rise from the very marrow of my bones. Chris stood helplessly by as I wept uncontrollably, my entire being shaking with the force of whatever was moving through me. We drove to a nearby hotel and settled in for the night, but sleep was impossible. Even in the profound silence of the island, my system was being electrocuted, electric chair style, every waking second. As we continued exploring Crete over the following days, the energy continued to build. Each sacred place we visited seemed to only amplify whatever was awakening within me. Damn it, Chris, how do I make Kundalini stop? You can't, he said. Look, it'll take some time to get used to, like it did with me. But for now, just know it's working for your highest good with good intentions that are beyond what the mind can know. Screw that. I just wanted this mind scrambling nonsense to end before I bashed my head through the rental car window. But just then, Gareth's sat energies, which work around the clock after introduction, started to come in. A soft sensation on the back of my neck, working its way up to my head, with my ears ringing loudly and consciousness shifting so slightly. I had not one, but two powerful, nonstop energies double teaming my system. How far I'd come in just 10 days, huh? And yet I was already starting to feel the difference in energies, each with its own unique texture and intensity. After several more days of this spiritual tag team match playing out across the sacred sites of Crete, we decided to head to Athens for a final destination to see one of my favorite EDM artists, Monolink. Just 30 minutes after arriving, I had already been mugged on the escalator coming out of the subway.